Good morning. Good morning.
How you doing? Welcome to LA, man.
Yeah, for sure. Pleasure to be here.
Marcus was saying that as a locker that he remembered talking to his old AAU team and saying, like, who's the best guy on this team? And people were saying Bones, and like this little skinny guy walked out, and that was you. Take me through that relationship with him and sort of what it's like now to be sitting next to him at the same.
We had this like tight relationship since I was like 11, 12 years old. I used to play for We Are One, and we had a former coach who was like, was like a role model to us. He took us in under his wing, and he just showed us the ropes, through life. And that's how I met Marcus. I had played in front of him, at this one game in Philadelphia, and I caught his eye. And ever since then, it's just been a tight bond and connection. And back, when I was in the draft, I had came out here to work out for the Clippers, and he was the one who like showed me around LA. We went out to eat, and he's been like a great, supportive system for me, and like a big brother, and I'm very thankful for him.
Would you talk that much, since you got in the NBA, would you talk that much about just how to navigate certain things?
Yeah, of course. When we played the Clippers when I was in Denver, when we played them, we always chat for like, 5-10 minutes before the game or, after the game. It always be great conversation, man. Just catching up and just talking about, the beauty of basketball.
Well, I actually wanted to ask you about that pre-draft experience. I saw your Instagram post just kind of talking about, falling in love with this place and then falling in love with you. And now being back here, just talk to me about that.
It's been the same energy since I've been here since the draft. As soon as I walked in here, man, you just feel the contagious energy, the positive energy, and like the genuine energy. I'm just glad to be around guys like that, who are welcoming with open arms. It feels good.
Bones, what do you think you can do for Kawhi and Paul that they may have been missing?
Just alleviate some pressure off of them, scoring wise, playmaking wise. I feel like sometimes they have so much of a load of having to score and play make at the same time. So just alleviate some of that pressure off of them.
Well, I know you've been hooping for a long time. It's been Frank was talking about you, just like saying you remind him of Lou Will.
Yeah.
Guy that we had here for a while.
Yeah.
Guy played in Philly for a while. Is there anybody that you kind of looked at coming up when you started hooping and kind of try to emulate your game effort?
Yeah, it's a funny story. A lot of people always ask me that. They always think I'm gonna say like Jamal, Lou, or either guys had like played in the league. But I always say Hot Sauce. I grew up watching him. He was one of those guys that I looked up to. I used to come home every day from school, eat a bowl of cereal, and put on hot sauce on my phone and just try to practice his moves. And I would go to the gym and work on his moves. So that was the guy I looked up to. It really wasn't an NBA player, but it was Hot Sauce.
Yeah, shout out to them.
Yeah, for sure.
How do you define? I mean, we're not really positionless is kind of a thing people talk about.
Yeah.
Whatnot, but clearly that isn't the case all the time.
Yeah.
Point guards have certain responsibilities. Off guards have certain responsibilities. Mm-hmm. How would you define like where you fit in that kind of paradigm and where you feel like you still need to develop?
For me, I'm just a hooper. I can play off the ball or on the ball. Whether it's that, if I need to, run the offense or I need to, sit on the shooting guard spot or just be out there. I feel like I'm a hooper, so it's not hard for me to adjust, being out there on the floor. I'm a very dynamic player, so it doesn't really matter. And, a step, for me is, just giving that all effort for me on the defense end.
What did you learn from playing alongside Joker and Jamal Murray, like great players that you might be able to apply playing alongside Paul and Kawhi?
They're definitely different, talents. Joker is more of a, passer and, he does everything. But I feel like, PG and them do the same thing, but it's definitely different type of styles. PG and them are, I feel like they more like scoring and Joker is like a passing, and then if he has to score, he has to, But it's gonna be a great experience, over here. But also it was a great experience playing with Joker as well too. There's two guys over here who's a phenomenal talent, and over there was one guy who was a phenomenal talent as well. So it's gonna be a great learning curve for me, and just try to pick their brain and be a sponge to everything.
Well, when things were kind of developing towards the end of last week and the trade deadline was nearing, was this a place you were kind of eyeing, the place you hoped you would kind of get traded to?
Yeah, like I said, I always thought I was gonna come here. During the pre-draft process, I really thought I was coming here. And when I got the call, I was doing jumping jacks inside my house. I was jumping up and down, just to be, back in his presence, because I felt like this was home for me when I first was here. And I just felt the love and just the being here as a presence. It felt like they welcomed me with open arms since I first stepped foot on ground. So it's been a blessing ever since I've been here.
Just for transparency, just curious, what kind of happened towards the end of the Nuggets tenure with you?
Just frustrating moment. A lot of things just was going on. Just try to stay locked in, but it happened. Just move forward from it.
What have your conversations been like with? I mean, you've only been here a few days, but this team doesn't have the traditional point guard right now.
Yeah.
Conversations with the coaching staff or front office about the role you'll play on this team?
I feel like they haven't tapped into that. It's more so me, figuring out everything, figuring out all the plays, and then that stuff will, come, second nature. But right now, I feel like they're just like trying to teach me everything right now, the defensive schemes, the offensive plays and stuff like that, and just the culture of Clippers basketball. So I'm trying to get used to that. And like I said, I'm a sponge to a lot of things, so I'll pick up on it fast.
You surprised me first with the hot sauce answer. Got to give you some points with that one because he was big to the culture. But talk about you and your playmaking. I feel like we always talk about what you can do scoring-wise. You got games where you had 11 assists.
Yeah.
You have like 5 or 6 games where you had 6.
Yeah.
So can you talk about that?
For me, I feel like I never had the opportunity to, showcase, my playmaking ability and be able to play that point guard role a lot and show that, I'm just more than just a scorer. I'm actually a point guard, and I offer that at a high level. And if you put me in that position, I'm going to thrive in that position as well. So, that's something that, I'm looking forward to, and just to see what, what's down the line.
How do you see yourself getting those reps with this unit? Obviously, there's a lot of guys who are ball dominant.
Yeah.
On the bench with Eric and Norm. Do you think you'll be able to, right off the bat, be able to actually get those reps you're hoping for?
I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I'm all about winning. Whether Coach Lou throw me in, if he don't, I know Coach Lou has a great plan, so it's not going to throw me off. But if I get them reps, I'm going to do what I do.
Where do you get your energy from?
God, he's blessed me with that, man. Since I was a little kid, I always had contagious energy with a bright smile. Just put smile on people's faces. So I got it from God.
Who gave you the bones movement?
One of my childhood friends, she was a girl, her name was Chicken, and she gave I know what y'all think of Chicken and Bones, but she gave me that nickname when I was young, and I came from North Carolina, and I moved to Delaware, and I moved to the city in Wilmington, moved to the west side of Wilmington, and I was a kid who was new to everything, and I went to the gym down the street from my house, and she was there, and I was so skinny, and I always could hoop, but I didn't have a nickname, or I just went by my first name, and she's like, nah, we gotta make a nickname for you. She's like, you kind of skinny, like you're really skinny, and then she's like, we're gonna call you Bones, and it just stuck with me ever since, and it's been a great name for me.
Who got the nickname first, was it Chicken or Bones?
Chicken.
Chicken?
Yeah.
Can I ask you about that meme you had? Staring at the camera. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Yeah.
How did that happen? Is that just something you just felt like doing in the moment?
Yeah, I mean, for me, like, a lot of people thought I was, like, actually, like, doing it on purpose. I really, like, looked at the camera because I was like, man, he's not going to call the foul. Like, it wasn't like, oh, that layup was cold or that layup was, like, a nice layup. It was like, I'm looking at it like, dang, he's not going to call that foul. So, and the camera was supposedly just right there, so it was just perfect, man. It was just a perfect meme. But I woke up the next morning, I seen it everywhere. I'm like, man, it's crazy.
I mean, it was a nice layup.
Yeah, appreciate it.
This team, you go from a team with championship aspirations to another team with championship aspirations. With 20, I think 2 or 3 games left.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's enough time for you to build the rhythm with these guys?
Yeah. Like I said, I'm a sponge to everything, man. I'm a hooper, so it doesn't take me long to fit in anywhere. Just gonna go out there, whatever guys need. I'm just gonna provide that at a high level, and just be a sponge to everything, and be that guy who contribute to winning.
You get hot real quick. What do you think that first time for you is gonna be like when you get hot in crypto, before an LA crowd?
Oh man, I feel like it's gonna be even more electric. In LA, I don't know how they get here. As far as when guys get hot, but if it's for me, I feel like I had that energy to ignite the building and get everybody into the game. So it'll definitely be fun.
Do you think with Marcus being here, it helps you integrate like a little bit better?
Yeah, way better. Comfortable wise, go to him for questions. And him just being that supportive system for me, knowing that he, is like a big brother to me. I can go to him about anything. So that's gonna help a lot, man. Just to have Marcus Morris here.
Marcus also the other day called you and Brandon his twins.
Yeah.
What do you have a previous relationship with Brandon?
Yeah. I seen Brandon around like the circuit and stuff like that. We never had like a close connection, but as soon as I got here, not as soon as I got here, but when I got traded, he was on like the first person that texted me, like welcome to the family and stuff like that. And when I got here, we hung out, we got something to eat, we chopped it up, and he's been like a great teammate. But all these guys are great, man. They all got like genuine energy, they're positive, and they just great teammates. Just to enjoy the rest of the season.
Thank you, Bones. Thanks.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's get ready for HoopJab.